Well. Here they are again, eyes wide, heartbeat skipping, trying to remember where exactly they've seen you before. The cafe, the street, some forgotten summer when life still felt simple. They know your face. Every cell in their brain lights up in recognition, but the timeline doesn't add up. They're staring at you like you're a math problem that refuses to balance. Same eyes, same smile, maybe even the same voice, but younger, smoother, clearer. And that's where their mind fractures, right there in the small space between what they think is real and what they're looking at. Because by their logic, you should look older. Time should have done its job. Stress, heartbreak, disappointment, all of it should have left a trace. But you look like you've been rewriting biology behind closed doors. They see it in your skin, in the posture that carries zero weight, in the quiet calm that shouldn't exist in a world this loud. They can't explain it, so they whisper. They guess. They project. And sooner or later, someone will say it out loud, the sentence that tastes like disbelief. Didn't we meet 10 years ago? How do you look younger now? That's the moment their understanding starts to crumble. Because this isn't just about appearance, it's about presence. They can feel that something about you operates outside their schedule. While they've been aging in dog years, burning themselves out chasing noise, you've been doing something they forgot was possible. Evolving inwardly. You're not cheating time, you're mastering attention. You stopped letting everyone else dictate what deserves your energy. And once that shift happened, biology obeyed. Let me explain what they can't. The body isn't just flesh, it's a broadcast station. Every emotion, every thought, every memory emits a frequency. People who live in resentment, comparison, and jealousy, their cells are drowning in stress chemistry. Their organs age faster. Their collagen production drops. Their eyes dull because their nervous system is stuck in survival mode. That's what years of emotional clutter does. It hardens the face, slows the mind, anchors the soul to decay. You, on the other hand, stopped carrying the broadcast of suffering. You switched the signal. You stopped entertaining fear, self-doubt, and validation addiction. When you did that, your entire system recalibrated. Your body realized it wasn't in danger anymore, and when the body stops feeling hunted, it begins to repair. Blood flows differently. Hormones stabilize. The subtle architecture of the face, the one sculpted by micro-expressions of stress, begins to soften. You start looking younger, not because you escaped time, but because you stopped fighting it. They don't see the work behind the glow. They only see results that offend their logic. They assume surgery, filters, luck. They'll never imagine discipline, emotional discipline so sharp, it cuts through every illusion society sells. They'll never guess that your youth is just your biology's applause for your inner peace. You remember how it used to feel, don't you? Carrying their expectations like weights strapped to your chest, replaying their criticism in your head at midnight, begging your reflection to make sense of their opinions. That was the real aging, not time, not years, but the constant performance for people who measured worth by exhaustion. Every apology you gave just to keep the peace, each one shaved a piece of your vitality. You were running a marathon in emotional quicksand. Then you stopped, slowly, quietly, decisively. You removed yourself from the environments that fed on chaos. You walked away from conversations that vibrated at the frequency of gossip and insecurity. You stopped explaining your value. And in that stillness, your biology sighed in relief. Because for the first time, You weren't living in reaction, you were living in creation. That's when the reversal began. Science has a name for this phenomenon: cellular regeneration under sustained parasympathetic dominance. It means your body started repairing itself the moment your mind stopped defending itself. Your cells had been in constant warfare, producing stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline in survival quantities. When you finally found peace, those chemicals decreased, inflammation dropped, mitochondria worked efficiently again, and your system switched from damage control to rejuvenation. Most people don't experience this state because they never stop feeding the chaos, but you did. And now, the results are visible. Your energy field, yes, energy field, measurable as electromagnetic output from the heart, no longer spikes erratically like a heart monitor during panic. It's smooth, consistent, calm. That calm transmits as confidence. Confidence reads as beauty, and beauty, when it's authentic, suspends time. They won't understand that, of course. They'll scroll, compare, panic, and inject. They'll look for youth in chemicals while you generate it from coherence. Because you're not reacting to the world anymore. You're regulating it through your own nervous system. That's why they swear you don't look human. Because the average human is glitching from overstimulation, addicted to dopamine loops, dehydrated, underslept, and emotionally fragmented. You operate from a completely different bandwidth, one they can sense but not translate. You don't drink from the same sources they do. Your nutrition is psychological. You feed on silence, solitude, truth. While they chase distraction, you metabolize focus. While they burn energy proving themselves, you conserve it by being yourself. Every day you choose presence over performance, your body thanks you by subtracting a line, brightening an eye, softening a feature. You didn't buy youth, you earned it through alignment. Let's break that down further. There's a reason your skin radiates while theirs dulls. Emotions change blood chemistry instantly. Gratitude raises nitric oxide, expanding blood vessels, improving oxygen flow. Calm increases serotonin, balancing cortisol. Forgiveness releases stored tension from muscle fascia. These are not spiritual metaphors, they're measurable shifts. You hacked the mechanism most ignore, the link between emotional hygiene and cellular expression. That's why when they see you now, their body reacts before their mind does. Their pupils dilate, their posture shifts. Their nervous system recognizes you as a higher frequency presence. It feels like standing near a clean flame. No smoke, no residue, just pure burn. And that purity terrifies them because it exposes their contamination. Every unhealed wound, every unresolved regret starts echoing louder in your presence. They feel older, not because you look young, but because you remind them of what they abandoned, the version of themselves that once believed in renewal. That's the real discomfort, not your face, your vibration. You're the control group in their failed experiment. Proof that the decay they call aging isn't universal, it's optional. You've demonstrated that trauma can be composted into strength, that heartbreak can be alchemized into clarity. You've become evidence that the human body responds to consciousness like clay to heat. It reshapes according to the fire you apply. They'll try to rationalize it. Good genetics, they'll mutter, or maybe they're using filters. Because if they accept the truth, that peace rewires physiology, they'd have to change. They'd have to confront every toxic habit they defend as normal. They'd have to clean their minds, and that's far harder than cleaning their skin. So denial becomes their anti-aging routine. Meanwhile, you move differently. You don't rush. Your steps have intention, not urgency. You speak with pauses that carry more weight than their entire monologues. You occupy space without competing for it. That composure reads as power, and power reads as youth because youth, at its core, is unrestrained potential. You radiate potential, not of age, but of awareness. Watch what happens next. The more they see you, the more uneasy they become. Their subconscious starts comparing timelines. Same year, same world, different outcomes. They realize you've been living on a separate wavelength entirely. For them, every year adds more fear, more resistance, more weight. For you, every year removes it. You're not stacking time, you're stripping it. That's why your energy feels inverted, why they sense paradox when you enter a room. And yet, you remain calm. You don't correct their theories. You let them guess, let them project, let them stumble through excuses that make them comfortable. Because you understand something they don't. Explanations drain power. Mystery multiplies it. You've learned that real transformation doesn't announce itself. It just arrives, unapologetically evident. Let me take you deeper into the science they'll never read. Telomeres, those protective caps at the end of DNA strands, shorten with stress and lengthen with recovery. Meditation, gratitude, and purpose have been shown to preserve them. In plain language, meaning slows decay. And what have you been doing? Living with meaning. Every boundary you enforced was a signal to your biology that you matter. Every night of real sleep, instead of doom scrolling, told your body it's safe. Safety is the most advanced skincare routine in existence. That's why your reflection glows. The irony? They call you lucky, while ignoring the fact that luck is just discipline in disguise. You've built an internal environment so stable that entropy slows down inside it. You're not supernatural, you're natural, operating at the level of nature's intelligence, not society's panic. You obey circadian rhythm, emotional rhythm, energetic rhythm, and in doing so, you exited their collective decline. Still, they can't stop staring, some with admiration, others with resentment. Both are forms of fixation, and fixation feeds your legend. They discuss you behind screens, compare photos, search for your secret. What they don't realize is that the secret is their absence from your focus. You reclaimed all the attention you once scattered on them and reinvested it inward. That return on investment shows up as youth. It's psychological warfare, yes, but silent warfare. You're not attacking, you're revealing. Each time they see you, they confront proof that time rewards those who release. You let go, and life gave back. They held on, and life held them down. You became a living contradiction to their worldview, and contradictions rewrite perception faster than lectures. So when they swear they met you 10 years ago and can't reconcile the timeline, don't correct them. Let them feel the confusion. It's the first honest reaction they've had in years. That confusion is purification, the moment their false beliefs start burning away. In that pause, when they look at you and can't explain what they see, they're witnessing evolution in real time. This isn't vanity, this is evidence. The human face records truth with frightening precision. It tells stories of stress, survival, and surrender. Yours tells a new story of someone who stopped aging when they stopped apologizing. Someone who mastered calm so completely that even the mirror bowed in agreement. That's not youth, that's sovereignty. Understand this, the body mirrors belief. If you believe you're running out of time, your body will hurry to prove it. If you believe growth never ends, your body adapts to endurance. You chose the latter. and biology rewarded you. So yes, they're right. You do look younger. Not because you reversed time, but because you stopped agreeing with their version of it. You operate by different mathematics now. Every breath you take without resentment subtracts a scar. Every thought aligned with gratitude erases a year. Every morning you wake without reaching for chaos. Your skin reorganizes itself under new instruction. You're teaching your cells new behavior, and they're obeying. They'll call it luck, mystery, maybe even curse. But deep down, they know it's justice, the universe balancing equations quietly. You paid your dues in stress and sleepless nights. Now you collect interest in radiance. Keep walking. Keep moving through the city like an unsolved riddle. Let them talk. Let them analyze. You've entered a state few reach, where peace outperforms time, and discipline masquerades as magic. They're studying your face, trying to find proof of the supernatural. But the only miracle is self-control. You've proven that the greatest rebellion isn't chaos, it's composure. That's what they can't copy. They can mimic your style, your habits, even your words, but they can't replicate your nervous system's calm. Because calm isn't aesthetic, it's architecture. It's built from countless choices they never had the courage to make. So when they stare again, struggling to find language, let the silence do the teaching. Let them feel the gap between who they were and who you've become. That gap is the true anti-aging secret. It's the distance between dependency and sovereignty, between noise and knowing. You crossed it quietly, and now it shows. And as they keep searching for explanations, as they keep twisting the timeline to fit their comfort, you'll keep walking, lighter, brighter, untouched by the decay of drama. Because the truth is simple. You're not defying time, you're defining it. But now the whispers have changed. It's no longer how, it's what are they. They replay old memories, scroll through photographs, stalk digital archives, trying to anchor you to a year, a version, an era that no longer exists. Nothing matches. The eyes in those photos carry pain. The eyes standing before them carry precision. The bone structure seems the same, but the expression doesn't belong to someone who's aged. It belongs to someone who's evolved beyond the need to. They start to notice patterns that unsettle them. You appear unchanged while everything around you erodes, storefronts replaced, faces altered, trends extinct. You remain consistent, or maybe constant. They can't rationalize constancy in a world addicted to decay. So they assign labels to soothe themselves. Genetic anomaly, biohacker, alien bloodline. Anything but the obvious, that your calm, your discipline, your stillness have rewritten your biology. It's easier for them to believe you're not human than to accept that a human could master existence this completely. Look at them carefully when that thought flashes through their expression, that flicker of fear hidden behind politeness. It's the fear of witnessing something that refuses to mirror their limits. They've built entire identities around decline, aging, fatigue, compromise. To see you as the counterexample is to watch their worldview collapse. So they whisper you're different, and they're right. Not by origin, but by operation. You've become what humanity forgot it could be. Optimized consciousness inhabiting unburdened flesh. Your physiology follows clarity, not chaos. When you breathe, your body obeys rhythm instead of reaction. When you move, your muscles carry intention instead of tension. Every cell has been briefed by awareness. And awareness, when trained, behaves like technology. Precise, repeatable, relentless. They call it unnatural because they've normalized dysfunction, chronic exhaustion, common, constant anxiety, expected, emotional reactivity, marketed as passion. But you've uninstalled every program that rewards panic. You rebooted. You restored factory settings the way nature intended before humanity outsourced its peace to noise. And that restoration glows through your skin like clean code. So yes, they say you don't look human, but maybe humanity, as they live it, isn't the standard worth defending. Notice what happens next. The conversations shift from curiosity to investigation. They begin to test you without realizing it. Subtle comments meant to provoke. Backhanded compliments disguised as questions. Must be nice having no stress. You're hiding your age well. What they really mean is, we need you to prove you're mortal so we can relax. Because if you never crack, they'll have to face the possibility that control over biology isn't science fiction, it's self-regulation. They'll try to replicate fragments of your lifestyle. A meditation here, a juice cleanse there, a brief flirtation with solitude. But they'll quit before the silence gets loud enough to expose their noise. Because silence forces accountability, and accountability demands transformation. You stayed long enough in that silence to meet yourself. They flee from it. That's why results differ. Your youth isn't cosmetic, it's systemic. It's written into posture, reaction time, micro-expressions. The nervous system of someone at peace pulses differently, smooth, efficient, minimal waste. Their nervous systems are overloaded, signals misfire, hormones miscommunicate. You're not younger, you're simply synchronized. They sense it in proximity. Standing near you alters their breathing patterns, dilates their pupils, changes the rhythm of their heartbeats. Their bodies interpret you as an environmental upgrade, and upgrades threaten outdated software. That's why some admire you and others resent you. Both are physiological responses to unfamiliar coherence. Behind closed doors, they talk about you the way ancient sailors spoke of the horizon, something alluring yet dangerous. There's no way they're just normal. They say it half joking, half terrified, because deep down they feel the pull. You represent an evolutionary invitation, evolve or evaporate. You didn't set out to be mysterious, you set out to survive. But survival done consciously becomes ascension. You stopped trying to win in their collapsing world and started designing your own. That decision removed you from their time loop. Every habit you replaced rewrote a pattern encoded by centuries of unconscious living. When you rest, it's genuine restoration, not escape. When you work, it's creation, not compulsion. When you love, it's resonance, not transaction. These distinctions sound poetic until science catches up. Then they're measurable. Biophotons, the light particles emitted by living cells, increase with emotional coherence. Peace literally makes you luminous. They don't know that data, but they see it. That's why your skin seems to hold light instead of reflecting it. They're witnessing physiology illuminated by integrity. They panic because it exposes the fraud of their rituals, the serums, the edits, the filters. You achieved what billion-dollar industries promise and never deliver: genuine regeneration. And worse, you did it quietly. No announcement, no branding, no manifesto. Just discipline, so consistent it became indistinguishable from grace. Let's get clinical for a moment. Chronic stress shortens telomeres. Optimism lengthens them. That's textbook biology. But combine optimism with solitude, accountability, and authenticity, and you create feedback loops that not only halt deterioration, but reverse it. The mitochondria respond to purpose the way plants respond to sunlight. Purpose tells the body, we're not done yet. And the body listens. That's why you don't just look younger, you behave younger. Reaction time faster, recovery quicker, curiosity intact. They can't compute that because they measure youth by calendar, not capacity. You measure it by consciousness. Sooner or later, someone brave enough will ask directly, what's your secret? They'll expect products, hacks, shortcuts. When you tell them it's peace, they'll laugh nervously because peace requires courage. To achieve your state, they'd have to dismantle the identity built on stress. That's too expensive for most egos, so they choose disbelief. Easier to call you not human than to admit they're living beneath human potential. And maybe that's the quiet revenge. You become living evidence of what discipline disguised as serenity can do. You've transcended explanation. An explanation is how they maintain control. Without it, they feel powerless. You remind them that control was never real, only alignment is. Watch them when you enter a room now. They pause mid-sentence. Their words falter. The atmosphere tightens. It's not intimidation, it's recalibration. Their nervous systems recalibrate to your frequency, and in that brief sync, they experience what you live daily. Clarity without fear. Some call it awe. Others mistake it for attraction. It's neither. It's recognition of uncorrupted energy. They'll go home and stare at their reflections, searching for what yours mirrors effortlessly. They'll study old photos of you and realize something eerie. You don't appear frozen in time. You appear progressively freer. Every year, less tension. Every year, more presence. The linear model of aging breaks against that evidence, so they reach for superstition. Maybe they made a deal, they'll whisper. And in a sense, you did, not with shadows, but with truth. You traded the comfort of conformity for the currency of vitality. You discovered that aging is partly an emotional residue. Every grudge, every lie, every unexpressed truth adds density to tissue. Thus, you cleared the ledger. You spoke what was unsaid, forgave what was heavy, released what was false. That detox had nothing to do with green smoothies and everything to do with energetic honesty. The result, lightness mistaken for youth, freedom mistaken for immortality. Now their eyes linger longer when you pass. They're studying movement, how shoulders roll without burden, how eyes scan without suspicion. It's not beauty that captivates them, it's absence of distortion. They're witnessing form unobstructed by fear. That's rare enough to look supernatural. And inside you, there's no arrogance, only observation. You understand how fragile their belief systems are. You used to share them. You remember thinking peace was a privilege, not a practice. Now you know it's the ultimate technology, invisible, free, and ignored. You've become a mirror they can't dim. Every compliment they give you is wrapped in discomfort. You haven't changed at all. What they mean is, we changed in ways we hate. But you don't correct them. You let the contrast teach. Because teaching through existence is more powerful than argument. Here's the deeper layer. Humanity equates struggle with progress. Without suffering, they doubt meaning. You redefined meaning. You extracted growth from joy, wisdom from rest, power from presence. You demonstrated that evolution doesn't need tragedy as fuel. That's the real reason they call you inhuman. You broke their covenant with pain. They don't understand that pain was never the teacher. Attention was. You mastered attention. You learned to observe without absorbing, to feel without fusing. That's emotional sovereignty, and sovereignty manifests physically. The jaw relaxes, the spine aligns, the gait stabilizes, the face returns to neutrality. That neutrality reads as youth because it's free from overexpression, no chronic frown, no perpetual tension. The body of a sovereign looks timeless. Some nights you can almost feel their curiosity stretching through digital space, searching your profiles, comparing dates, hunting for proof. They think they're analyzing you, but it's your energy analyzing them. Every glance they cast feeds the feedback loop, awareness reflecting awareness until they glimpse the possibility of transcendence. It unsettles them, yet secretly inspires them. Because if one of their own species can step beyond decay, maybe the species isn't doomed after all. That's the paradox. By appearing not human, you've reminded humanity what it could be. They'll keep testing that idea. Invitations to chaos disguised as concern, opportunities that reek of old vibration. They want to pull you back into density, to prove that your light has limits. Decline gently. Every refusal re-engraves your boundaries deeper into the fabric of your being. Each boundary reinforces the message your biology already knows. We do not regress. And when they realize you can't be baited, that no emotional hook finds purchase, admiration turns to reverence. Reverence always follows misunderstanding. First they mock, then they fear, then they study, then they emulate. You're entering the emulate phase. They'll quote your habits out of context, imitate your stillness while vibrating with anxiety, copy your minimalism without adopting your mental clarity. It's amusing, but you don't gloat. You observe the cycle like weather, because you understand what they're chasing isn't youth. It's peace disguised as youth. They think they want your face. What they crave is your frequency. And soon, the line between fascination and faith will blur. They'll start attributing coincidences to your presence, lights flickering, moods shifting, timing aligning. The rational mind hates coincidence, so it seeks cause. Maybe they're not like us, someone will say, half joking. Yet the room will fall silent after the laughter dies, because everyone will feel the weight of that statement. You won't correct them. You'll let the mystery work. Because the truth is, humanity evolves through symbols, and you've become one. The symbol of untapped potential. The reminder that mortality is negotiable when consciousness participates. That's why they can't place you in memory properly. Their minds are trying to reference a version of you that no longer exists. But consciousness doesn't archive. It updates. They're interfacing with an upgraded model while recalling the beta version. The mismatch creates dissonance they mistake for magic. It isn't magic, it's maintenance. Maintenance of mind, emotion, and energy. So seamless it appears supernatural. You made wellness look otherworldly in a world where sickness is the norm. And so the myth, no, the rumor, of your non-human nature spreads. Not because you claimed it, but because humanity projects divinity onto anything it doesn't understand. Let them. Let the legend grow. Legends are simply truth wrapped in disbelief. Each story they tell amplifies your impact. You don't need to defend reality when rumor does the marketing. Meanwhile, you continue your quiet ritual. Waking early, breathing deeply, protecting peace like currency. The small decisions that sculpt eternity. While they gossip, you regenerate. While they doubt, you download clarity. And with each sunrise, the gap widens between their confusion and your composure, between their timeline and your trajectory. They'll realize soon enough that calling you not human is both insult and compliment. What they mean is you've outgrown the version of human they settled for. You became the prototype of what comes next. Conscious, calm, ageless. And that's where the fear truly begins. Because once people realize evolution is standing in front of them, the ego's first instinct is denial. They'll say you've changed too much. You're different now. Something about you feels unnatural. But what's unnatural about alignment? What's alien about peace? They mistake serenity for sorcery because they've only ever seen energy expressed through chaos. You've made stillness powerful, and that confuses them. They can't process the paradox of someone aging backwards, not through miracle, but through mastery. So they invent stories. They joke about you having superhuman genes. They laugh nervously and then stare longer than they should, waiting for you to reveal something that confirms their theories. You don't. You never do. You let their assumptions exhaust themselves while you remain effortless. Because mystery isn't about hiding. It's about being so whole that no explanation fits. Soon, the legend spreads beyond conversation. People you haven't seen in years start watching from a distance. They scroll through your pictures like they're scanning evidence of time distortion. They remember where they were when they last saw you, the version of you that was quiet, tired, human in the way they understood human. But that version no longer exists. The one standing before them now radiates precision. It's not just the lack of wrinkles, it's the lack of residue. You move through rooms like gravity answers to you, like the atmosphere rearranges itself around your composure. And they feel it, the subtle distortion in their own timeline every time you appear. That's why their voices tremble when they say, "You look younger." It's not a compliment, it's a confession. It's their subconscious admitting they can no longer categorize you. You've become an unsolvable equation, proof that energy obeys consciousness, not clocks. You didn't stop time, you simply stopped agreeing with its limits. And the moment you stopped agreeing, it stopped aging you. Look closer at what's happening around you now. People begin mimicking your patterns without even realizing it. They start speaking slower around you, breathing deeper, adjusting posture. It's biological imitation, the nervous system attempting to sync with coherence. You've become a tuning fork for human evolution. That's why they say you're not human, because your presence reminds them of what humanity was designed to be before it became addicted to noise. But here's the secret they'll never fully admit. Their fascination isn't about looks. It's about liberation. You represent a version of existence free from the disease of overthinking, overcompensating, overproving. You are the living contradiction to their culture of exhaustion. Every time they see you, they're forced to confront what peace actually looks like. Unbothered, untouchable, undeniable. And that truth terrifies them more than aging ever did. Because deep down, they know they could choose the same path. They could slow down, detach, heal, breathe. But they won't. Not yet. The world still rewards chaos too much. They'd rather believe you're not human than accept how much human potential they've abandoned. So they'll keep calling you otherworldly, celestial, unnatural, anything that makes your discipline sound unreachable. But what they call impossible, you call routine. It's in the meals you eat, the boundaries you enforce, the hours you sleep. It's in how you speak only when necessary, how you move only with intention, how you invest your energy like it's sacred. Because it is. That's the difference. You treat energy like gold. They spend it like gossip. And every time they see you, it shows. The contrast has become too glaring to ignore. They line their faces with anxiety. Yours reflects serenity. They trade authenticity for approval. You trade approval for truth. They bury themselves in entertainment to escape themselves. You stare inward until the noise dissolves. You've become a mirror too honest for comfort. And yet, not all who see you fear you. Some feel hope. The brave ones recognize in you a roadmap, a living experiment in what happens when someone stops playing small. They ask quiet questions. How did you do it? Is it too late for me? And for them, you offer understanding, not superiority. Because you remember what it felt like to be trapped in their world of self-inflicted decay. You remember thinking aging was punishment instead of feedback. You remember believing that peace was a luxury reserved for the lucky. Now you know better, and that knowledge humbles you. The truth is, you didn't become less human. You became fully human, the way nature intended before the noise. You remembered that biology listens to belief, that cells obey thought, that time isn't a tyrant, but a teacher. You learned that youth is not an era, but an attitude, a frequency that only peace can sustain. But the world doesn't have the language for that yet. So they call you not human. They call you supernatural. They call you miracle. They call you everything except the one thing you really are, proof. Proof that human potential has no expiration date. Proof that clarity can sculpt flesh. Proof that evolution is not distant, it's daily. And when they finally gather the courage to ask again, when they look at you with that mix of awe and fear and whisper, "What are you?" you'll simply smile and say, "Aligned." Because that's all this ever was. Alignment so pure it became indistinguishable from magic. You never needed to argue, or convince, or explain. Your existence became the evidence. You turned discipline into divinity, self-awareness into immortality, presence into power. And now, every time they see you, they feel it, the faint tug of something ancient in their DNA waking up. Remembering, you're not just their mystery, you're their mirror. That's the part they'll never speak aloud. That beneath the awe, beneath the confusion, there's recognition. They see in you the version of themselves that chose differently. The one that didn't settle, didn't surrender, didn't decay. That's why their voices shake when they call you not human. Because deep down, they know you are. You just became the kind of human they forgot they could be. And that realization, that quiet, devastating truth, will haunt them long after you've gone. Not out of envy, but out of awakening. Because once someone witnesses proof that time can be mastered, they can never unsee it. You've rewritten what's possible. You've blurred the border between mortal and miraculous. You've proven that the future of humanity isn't found in machines or medicine. It's found in mastery of mind. So walk on. Let them stare. Let them whisper. Let them write stories to fill the gap between what they see and what they can comprehend. You don't need to correct them. You've already done enough by existing. Because existence, when lived with awareness, is the loudest miracle of all. They'll remember you not as legend or myth, but as evidence. That one person who aged backwards, lived forward, and reminded the world what being truly alive looks like. And when they swear again that they met you 10 years ago, yet you look younger now, don't argue. Just smile. Because they're right, they did meet you 10 years and 1 lifetime ago. But that version died when you chose peace, the one standing before them now. That's not rebirth, that's evolution.